Hey guys, it's Killer B here, bringing you a hookah review, like the actual pipe itself. I got a 22-inch lava Egyptian from hookah-life.com. It is supposedly made by Thamesh or Temsah, and as you may or may not know, that company has gotten a pretty good reputation around the community so far. So I picked one up for a friend because he wanted to get into it. Also because I wanted to see what the quality was like on this BZ before I really took the jump and purchased one myself. Call me a good friend. Uh, this is the stem here. This is just a little guy. This is pretty teeny tiny. Like this in comparison with my forearm. I mean, I have pretty big forearms, but this is pretty tiny. Uh, I kind of knew that going in. I just didn't think it was going to be quite this small. But it's fine. This is supposed to be travel hookah, at least for me. It would be a travel hookah. For him, it's just going to be his first little hookah. Um, it's got a pretty nice little. It has your standard like Egyptian hookah setup. Has the purge valve over here. Has the um, hose port over here. Has your little tray holder thing. It's pretty solid for a little guy. Uh, and then the tray that actually goes on it is this little guy here. It's pretty flimsy, like really, really flimsy. But again, it's a little tiny travel hookah, so I don't really think it's supposed to be super solid for a tray. But I'm sure you could replace it if you really wanted to. And then the base. This is the first thing I opened. I saw how teeny tiny this thing is. Like, it's itty bitty, teeny tiny little base. This thing, when you're smoking, it's probably going to hold maybe a pint of water because, like, you put the stem on there, and look how far down the down stem goes. It goes down to right. It goes down past where my finger is. It's ridiculous. Oh, you can kind of see it a little bit better now, maybe. See where it's moving right there? Yeah, it goes down really far into this beast. And by beast, I mean mini beast. So like a mini beast. I got nothing. I just woke up. Leave me alone. Um, it has a pretty nice looking little setup. Has the little thing on the end, like a KM would kind of, or a little Syrian is more notably because it's like the hex nut shape. If you're looking at it, you can see it has the standard uh, traditional um, chamber, one for the hose port, one for the purge valve. One thing that I noticed right off the bat when I opened this up is that the purge valve on here is already really, really tarnished and gross looking, and the weld on the back of the hose port isn't too clean. As far as like the coloration and stuff, is really, really off. It came with a little silicone grommet for the base, which I like. That was pretty cool. Um, and I think my favorite part of the whole thing so far is this little bowl. It's just like a KM bowl, but like itsy bitsy. It's probably about 2 inches across, and it's pretty shallow. But I've been looking for a bowl that might allow me to just have little tiny short sessions because I find myself not really lasting it out. So um, we'll see how it works. Definitely. The hose that came with it is this guy over here. It's got a little. I'm not sure if you're supposed to hold it here or what. It has a pretty decent draw. It's not great. It's not a KM hose, but it'll certainly do the trick. Um, so that's that. Came with all this stuff, little tips for the everything, and came with tongs with the poker. And actually, that looks like a pretty decent poker. Nice and small to make little dinky holes as opposed to the gigantic fatty ones. Tongs are a little bit flimsy, but they'll do the job. Um, yeah, so that's kind of it for now. I'll do the. I guess I'll run through the size of the valves, the ports and stuff. Um, you can kind of see there. That's a pretty sizely hole for a little hookah. So, and the draw. There's definitely some restriction, but I don't think it's as bad as you would expect out of something that's this big. Pretty tiny. And yeah, we'll see how it smokes when I set it up. It's kind of hard to tell just from this.